TVR, they launch a new car about every 3 weeks, and they're all pretty much the same. This is the T350C, their latest offering, and without even looking, I know what I'm going to get. There'll be a really sexy, curvy body. It'll have a glorious-sounding engine, and there'll be 2 seats. And there it is. Thing is, though, this car is going to be bought largely by track day enthusiasts. You know, the kind of people who'll thrash the bottom off it on a Saturday around the circuit and then commute in it on a Monday. So it needs to be a Jekyll and Hyde car, and that ain't easy. The new car uses TVR's proven Speed 6 engine. It's good for 350 brake horsepower and will take the T350 to 60 miles an hour in 4.4 seconds. It's a hard rather than a soft top, and that makes it stiffer. And those curves were designed with aerodynamics at the top of the priority list. All of which is good news, both on the road and the track. But where it gets a bit tricky is the setup, the suspension, the chassis, dampers, springs, all of this kind of caper. Got to get it right. This is a track covered in smooth, flat tarmac, so you can set the suspension up to be as hard as you like to get a quick lap. But this is a British road, real life, the Monday to Friday road. Shoddy repairs, lumps, bumps, mud, and all garnished with ditches. So TVR brought the car and a clutch of mechanics. We added the Stig, who chucked in his 10 penn'orth and helped set it up to his liking. The car doesn't even sit down when it leaves the line. And look at that, it corners dead flat. There's absolutely no body roll at all. That is very fast. And a good lap time of 1 minute 28. But in the process, he's made the car twitchy, edgy and Stig-like. Right on the limit. And it gets worse when you leave the track to drive home. I think the Stig should stick to driving cars rather than messing about with them, because this is absolutely awful on the road. It's so uncomfortable. And not just uncomfortable, I can't steer. I really have no idea which direction we're going to go in next. It's just random. So it's back to the pits, and the Stig is told to get a grip on real life and help TVR set the 350 up so that we can all use it. And then it's back out onto the track with slightly softer settings. And straight away you can see there's more movement from the body, more body roll through the corners. And yes, the time is actually a second slower, at 1 minute 29 for the lap, but that's still a very good time, and it's a lot more predictable. Out on the road, it's much better, more usable and drivable. If anything, it's faster in the real world. We'll let TVR finish the job off, but at least now they know where the limit is.
There's one thing I want to do with this car, okay? Think of a better name for it. T350C sounds like an iron.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's got a plug on it.
Is an appliance, so it won't do. So whatever we come up with, even if they do call it a T350C, we're going to call it what we come up with.
That's fair.
And actually choosing a name can be quite tricky, okay? I mean, I've got a list here of some of the better ones, and these are all genuine. I promise they are genuine. There was the Mazda Bongo Friendly.
Very chic.
How about this one? The Mitsubishi Mini Active Urban Sandal.
How big was the badge?
Or this is the best of the lot. The Isuzu Mysterious Utility Wizard. A superb name.
What is that?
And it's not just the Japanese either. Back in the 80s, Volkswagen launched a version of their Mark I Golf convertible, pink, white leather, okay? and they called it the Fancy Boy.
Genius. We didn't get that one in the UK, did we?
No, the UK importers said, no thanks.
Yeah, funny that.
Exactly. Now, TVR in the past have been very good at names. They had the Cerbera, which was, it's a sort of dog. It's a dog thing. And then they had Chimera, which was a she-goat.
Yes.
And Tuscan, which was the supreme god of everything. And now they've come up with the microwave. So we've got to do better than that. And I've got a perfect idea. Ready? The Widowmaker.
Oh, absolutely. You can't call a car Widowmaker. That's awful.
Can? I just have. It's the TVR Widowmaker. They called the Starfighter jet in the 60s. That was a Widowmaker. Pilots queued up to fly it, killed themselves, and then another one took their seat. Everyone wanted to fly it.
You can't. But I know where you're going, though. It needs to be that sort of forceful, like, TVR Armageddon or
Armageddon. Anyone else got any ideas?
Poseidon.
Poseidon.
Quite like that.
Quite like Poseidon. What's it the god of?
The sea.
The sea. Pertinent. Anyone else got any? What?
Thor.
Thor. I like Thor.
Thunder.
Yeah, TVR Thor.
It's got a bit of oomph to it. That's very, very poor.
The wizard. No, it's a wizard. I don't quite like the TVR Harry Potter. There's something about it. It's like the TVR Famous Five. But the TVR Beatrix Potter.
Enid Blyton.
Peter the Rabbit. We could go on forever, you
I think
idiot.
you're missing the point.
It's the Paddington Bear.
Oh,
That's what it
that's
is.
perfect.
But I think, if I'm not allowed to call it Widowmaker, how about the TVR Valhalla?
Yeah, wasn't that where the
What do you mean,
Vikings...
yeah? That's, in fact, I've decided. It's the end of the
It's
discussion.
like a cool wall all over again.
It is, it's like the cool wall. I've decided, we've heard some great names, but this is, whatever TVR call it, the Valhalla. The end. That's it.
That's where the Vikings hung out when they were dead, isn't it?
Yeah, dead Viking burial ground.
TVR.
Perfect.
Well, there's no point in arguing, fair enough.
We've sorted it.